In this video, we're gonna research an address of a postcard that came back and see if we can find the right address for the person. So the address we were looking for is 3402 Pecan Point. When we search, we're gonna find this one here is 3402 Pecan Point, Nick Russell. And if we open the record that showed up, we can see this is the address we were looking for, and then this is the name of the person, and we have the tax billing address, which is our mailing address that we sent to, but it came back. Even though we see here it is the right address, but the one thing that we might be missing is this guy Nick Russell still at this address? I mean, yes, his tax billing address for this property we are mailing to is still Hickory Knoll Drive, but let's see if Hickory Knoll Drive is still owned by him, or this is just an old mailing address for him. So we copy 16218 Hickory Knoll Drive, and then we go back to our tax records, and we put that address we're looking for now, 16218 Hickory Knoll Drive. And if we search that address, this one here, we can see that now the owner name shows as Robert Bro or Gerda Bro, and they live in the address because their tax billing address is the exact address of the property itself. And in fact, if we scroll down in the tax record, we can see that last market sales in 2007, Russell Nix, the guy who we were thinking who owns that other property and mailing address here, has sold it to Robert Bro and his wife, probably Gerda or whoever, in 2007. That's why our mail came back, our postcard came back. So we do not resend, obviously, this postcard to the Hickory Knoll Drive because Russell Nix doesn't live there. This is why they did not deliver it. The only other thing we can do if we want to find out the 3402 Pecan Point Drive property that is owned by Russell Nix, and where to send it or where to resend it, we might try, instead of looking on the tax record for the address, look for the name of Russell Nix. So when we type his name, it's gonna show us all the properties that he owns, obviously including the one we're looking for, the 3402 Pecan Point Drive. And then when we open it, it shows that when we look for his name, the only name that come up is the Pecan Point Drive. That means he only owns this one. I don't know why his tax billing address still go to Hickory Knoll Drive, but he probably live in this property now and he never bothered to change the tax billing address. Maybe he just pays it at the end of the year at the county, and so he's now waiting on it. Or if he has it on a mortgage escrowed, maybe his lender is paying it and he's never receiving the tax bill directly because it's going to Hickory Knoll Drive, and they probably just trashing it or sending it back to him at his address now, Pecan Point Drive. Anyway, that was a short video just to show how do we research and how do we find why is a postcard come back, and how do we find the right mailing address where we need to send it. I'll do another one where hopefully we can find the forwarding address and where did somebody like Nick's Russell, if he moved somewhere else, if we find another property of his, and that way we just readdress the property, we readdress our postcard or our mail to the new address where he moved.